Hey guys, I'm back with another weekly chat video, and I've got to tell you, I was happy until I accidentally deleted this video. I had already recorded it, it was good to go, and I hit delete by accident. Not really happy with myself right now, but regardless, let's just move on from that point. I've had a pretty good week this week. I've had some eBay drama, but I've sold 4 items this week, and I have been thrilled about the sales. Haven't relisted any new things recently, so when you list a bunch of things, a lot of things will sell, and then it kind of just gets stagnant. So I've sold 4 things this week, which thrills me no end. But I've had some drama, so let me digress just a little bit, and I've also chatted with some of you guys already about this, so this story is going to be a little bit familiar to some of you guys, but to others, maybe not. And I would love to hear from my experienced eBay people out there. So I'm digressing right now. When I list all of my items, I am not ready to do international shipping yet. I want to get some more experience under my belt. So I mark everything no international shipping. Sometime I do plan possibly going and selling internationally, but not at this point in time. So somehow or another, all of my items have now been unchecked that I will ship internationally or not ship internationally. So basically, they all say I will ship internationally. I've since fixed that. But the only thing I can even remotely think of happening is that I list 30 days, good for 30 days, and then if they don't sell, I relist them. I think when I hit that relist button, it is now unchecking the international shipping or no international shipping. That's the only thing I can think of. If anybody knows what may have happened, let me know. But regardless, so I wake up Saturday morning a week ago, and I see that I sold an item, and then I get an email, and I was going to read the email to you guys. Let me open that up. Okay, the email said, I have purchased the following item from you on eBay. Please send me an invoice with the total amount I owe you. Then there was another message. It says, hi, it has the shipping of $30.14 to Australia. I'm thinking, how did it sell in Australia? Because I don't do international shipping. And it says on the listing page, but when I go to pay it says you may not ship to Australia. I'm having trouble with eBay Australia at the moment. Can you send me an invoice with a shipping of $30.14? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I call eBay because I'm worried. Number one, I said, I had all my stuff marked, no international shipping. How did that happen? They couldn't answer that. I says, well, why can't this buyer pay without having an invoice? They couldn't answer that. And she said, but it's okay, just go ahead and invoice. And I said, well, how do I calculate the shipping? She walked me through how to do that. And then I says, can I still ship globally or use global shipping? And she said, absolutely. So basically, she couldn't answer my first questions, then answered the last question incorrectly. So I went ahead and did all that. I invoiced the buyer. The buyer paid on Sunday. And Monday morning, I get up and I go to print the shipping label for $30.14. That's what I'm expecting. And it says $49 and some change. And I'm going, what in the world? $49 and change. I said, how is that? Because the buyer paid for priority shipping. So I called eBay back. I was on hold for almost 30 minutes. Finally got to talk to somebody, and after being put on hold a couple more times because she had to go do some research, and I'm very thankful for that person. She was most helpful, the second caller. She said, because you invoiced the buyer, you automatically opted out of global shipping, and there's nothing that can be done to get that corrected. At this point on this particular item, you opted out. So basically, she said you got a few choices what you can do. You can ship first class if the buyer's okay with that. You can cancel the order if the buyer wants to do that, or the buyer can pay more money to come up for the priority shipping. And I'm going, So I emailed the buyer and said, these are the choices. What do you want to do? And the buyer says, I want the item. It's fine. I don't care how long it takes. They paid enough to cover first class shipping. So that happened. So that caused me some drama earlier in the week. And it's really kind of put a negative spin on me wanting to ship internationally now because of this. And even still, nobody could answer the question on why that particular buyer could not pay directly without being invoiced. I have no idea why that happened, but Anywho, that's what happened this week. So if anybody is more experienced, and I know a lot of you are more experienced with eBay, and I have not already chatted with you about it, please let me know what you guys think, how this happened. Why the buyer couldn't pay directly, I don't know. It just still kind of worries me, but with that being said, let's move on past the eBay drama, but still thrilled that I've sold 4 items this week. So I got a letter from one of you guys, and I'm not going to reveal who it's from because there are some personal questions in here, but if she watches this video, she will know who I'm talking about. And if anybody, if you want to send me a letter, feel free to do so. I can answer some questions on camera. If you want me to say who you are, I will. If you don't, it will be anonymous, and only you will know. You and I will know. But so at this point, I'm not going to say who this person is, but she's asked me a few questions. And one of her questions was, how do you deal with maxi skirts in the rain? Don't they get wet on the bottom and stick to your legs? So here's what I would suggest. If it is raining and you are wearing a really long maxi skirt that is close to touching the ground, I would suggest you do one of 2 things. One is you can hold it up a little bit while you're walking outside, either getting in your car or coming back in. You may be holding an umbrella in the other hand, but just hold it up a little bit so it doesn't touch the ground. That's one option. Or if you know you're going to immediately go outside and it's raining out there, at the waistline, just roll the waistline up a little bit till the skirt raises up above the ground. And then whenever you get to where you're going, just unroll it. That's what I would suggest for that. Another question she had was, what would you recommend for someone who is getting glasses, but insurance company will only pay for 1 pair? I'm thinking of getting black because it will match everything. So here is my suggestion. Black is a great color and it does match a lot of items, but I would say get whatever color looks best on you and whatever color makes you most happy. I have a lot of pair of glasses that I've collected over the course of a long time. And blue makes me most happy because that's what you guys see in most of my videos. I do have a lot more glasses than this, but I love the black. I love my black pair of glasses as well. I've got a couple pairs that are black. One's black and green. I just love wearing glasses. Well, let me put it this way. I don't have any choice. I have to wear glasses because my doctor won't let me wear contacts because of my dry eyes. That's a whole nother story. But I love wearing colorful glasses. So I would say get whatever color makes you happy and just rock that color is my suggestion. However, if you are interested in maybe getting more pair, but insurance will only pay for 1 pair, here's a couple of ideas. If you have the option for flex benefit, that is money that you borrow. If you work, you can borrow it from your salary and then you pay it back over the course of the next year. So for example, I got my calculator out because you guys know I'm bad with math. So let's say you borrowed $500 from your salary. Divide that, if you get paid twice a month, I'm going to divide it by 24. That's 24 checks that you would pay out. That's $20.83 that would come out of your check each payday if you borrowed $500 from your salary. And this money is taken out before taxes, so it's tax-free money, and you just pay yourself back. And then when you go buy your prescription, if you go pick up your prescription, your glasses, whatever you're using for, it is for medical stuff, you would just go ahead and pay it. You know, if you needed to use a credit card, I'm not suggesting you go put stuff on credit, but if you needed to use a credit card, you would go put the item on the credit card. They would give you the receipt. You turn the receipt into the flex benefit people, and they will direct deposit the amount of that item, and then you just turn around and pay your credit card off. So that is one suggestion. Another suggestion, now I have never used this company, but a lady in my church has used it. If I can find the website, I will link it below, but it's called Framery. She told me they were on Shark Tank, and she said the glasses are $99, and then you can buy multiple pair of frames and just pop the lenses in and out. So that is a cheaper option to get multiple pairs of glasses just by buying something for $99, and then I think the frames are $99, and that's a lot cheaper than most frames I have ever seen, especially at Lens Crafters. So that's just one option. So you would only pay for one set of lenses and then get multiple frames. So that's just a suggestion. And the lady at my church loves Framery, and I will definitely try to link that website below. Then she asked another question, and this one is, she wants to wear skirts to work, and she said she asked her job if she would be allowed to wear skirts because it's something that she believed in, and they wouldn't let her. And she said, should I find a new job at this point in time? And I'm like, well, number one, don't just quit your job at this point. If you have a job and you like your job, keep your job. But if this is becoming a struggle for you and you really feel that you need to find other employment, definitely start looking, but don't quit until you get another job, and keep the one you got until you find another one. So that is an option, is definitely look for another job. But here's what I would really suggest first. Every employer should have some sort of dress code policy in place. They should have policies for everything, not just dress code. And go ask to see the dress code policy. I don't know where you work, so I don't know what type of job you have. And there are some jobs that you are required to wear certain uniforms, so to speak. Think about police officers, firefighters, paramedics, people in the military. That's the only thing that's coming to mind right now, but there are specific dress codes and you have to wear that uniform. And if that's one of the jobs that you have, I think you may be stuck with a uniform. But if it's generally not that route and you can kind of mix and match your outfits a little bit, I would ask to speak, ask for the dress code policy and then go speak with a human resources director and sit down with them one-on-one, or if you feel that you may need a witness, ask a friend to come with you and really speak from the heart and say, this is something that means a lot to me. This is my religious beliefs and this is what I need to do. And maybe even get a letter from your pastor and ask them to send a letter and just, really explain the situation. I think a lot of people will be understanding if it's made clear to them and feel how, if it's really coming from the heart and say, this is something that means a lot to me. It is something that is my belief system, and it's only wearing a skirt. It's not as if you're asking for the world here. I think a lot of people would be more understanding, but again, I don't know where you work. I don't know what you are required to wear, but I would suggest that, sitting down with the human resources director, getting out that policy and saying, the policy doesn't, I don't know if it restricts it or not, but it may not say anything in the policy whatsoever. And if it doesn't say that you have to wear this specific outfit, you may have an option and they may have to let you do so. But again, just my suggestions. And if you can't get anything, if they are sticking to their guns and saying, absolutely not, we will not let you do this, then definitely start looking for another job if that is something that you feel really strongly about. But keep the one you got until you find another one. Just my suggestion. I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now. I hope you guys have had a blessed and wonderful week. I love these chat videos. Thank you guys for so much support last week. I loved hearing from you when I wasn't feeling well. I really appreciate it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.